All right, it's another beautiful Thursday morning. Today, the 6th day of August, 2026. You're on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. The program you're listening to now is Perspective Unlimited, and I am Kunle Olowu. And of course, I'm not in the studio alone. I am with my my favorite analyst, Olale Konsani. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, Chief.
Yes, and I would like to apologize for starting a little behind schedule this morning. It is due to some unforeseen circumstance, but we thank God we are here now. All right, on this on Perspective Unlimited this morning, we will be looking at three major newspapers in Nigeria, and we'll be looking at the Punch newspaper. Of course, we will be looking at Guardian newspaper. And of course, we will be looking at Vanguard newspapers. And then after we read out the headlines, of course, we will go in depth into analysis of the stories we have seen on those papers. We know a lot has happened yesterday, especially the one that really caught my eyes, EFCC freezing the accounts of Osun State when the election is very near. And I'm very sure that Mr. Olalekan would be very, very interested in talking about that. So we will get into that, but we will start first with the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning, where the largest caption reads, NBA faults EFCC as Osun accounts freeze Sparks Raw. That story is on page 2. And on page 2, there are also three rider stories to that. One, opposition accuses FG of using EFCC to weaken Adeleke 10 days to governor polls. Election timing irrelevant. Suspicious transfers forced Osun account freeze, says EFCC as Osun government kicks. NBA lawyers insist EFCC must obtain court order before freezing government accounts. All of those stories you can find on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And on page 7, Tinubu hails military has as 308 Kwara Niger abductees rescued. That's a very good one, and you can find it on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. On the fake agency probe, Adeyemi rejects closed-door rep quiz. That story is on page 9. And still on page 9, WAEC results revealed 38.5% failed 5 key subjects. Wow, that's a huge one. And still on page 7, bus preaching ban threatens religious freedom. That is according to the PFN. And now those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Now going to the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. We will see the largest caption on the front page of the Guardian this morning. Adeleke, APC bickers over fraud, vote buying plots, intimidation. That story is on page 6 of the Guardian this morning. Moving on to other stories, as that is the largest caption. Your APC pushback on Makinde's criticism on Tinubu's economic reform. That story is on page 3. That's still on page 3. FG orders measures to protect health workers nationwide. And on page 4, Dangote refinery cuts petrol ex-depot price by 50 naira, diesel by 80. I think Nigerians would like to hear that and see that reflect on the pump prices all over the country. And on page 2, Tinubu loads rescue of 308 kidnapped victims, 6 enhanced security. And then still on the front page of The Guardian this morning, FG 6 renewed pact with faith leaders as Obi Kwakwanso back Oni Yekan. I'm sorry, I didn't get the pronunciation of that name. And on page 6, 4 oil firms grow profits by 185% in AI as revenue hits 5 trillion naira. And on page 3, reps to sanction NILDS DG for alleged participation in APC primary. And then finally, Showore group protest in Abuja, Lagos against hardship in security. That story is on page 3. Now moving on to the front page of Vanguard this morning. The largest caption on Vanguard reads, outrage greets EFCC's freezing of Osun government account. And there are several rider stories to that. Why we froze the accounts, EFCC? Adeleke to challenge action in court. And of course, anti-graft agency lacks power to freeze accounts. That is according to the Osun State Attorney General. It's an attempt to aid APC, Accord Party. And another one, this is political terrorism. That's according to ADC. And lawyers slam EFCC, call for adherence to due process. All of those stories you can find on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And still on the front page of the Vanguard, NESJ says business confidence rising despite soaring costs. That story is on page 19. And on page 8, federal government orders payments of civil servants' outstanding wage award before August 15. I think that's a relief for them. And NICOM revokes Nigerian reinsurance's license. And that story is on page 8. Moving on again on the front page of the Vanguard this morning, WAEC releases 2026 results as 1.2 million candidates pass English Math. That story is on page 9. And on page 7, on corruption claims, invade VDM AIG Jimo saga. That is on page 7 of the Vanguard this morning. And another one here, federal government to deepen consultation with Catholic bishop. That is according to the SGF. And there's a writer story to that as Obikwa Kwanso defends Catholic bishop. That story is on page 8. And on page 22, Dangote Refinery drops PMS to 1,165 naira per litre, diesel to 1,570 per litre. And on page 12, your Rainbow Coalition will be tested for 2027. Farah Dagogo tells Wiki. That story is on page 12 and on page 9. MTN hits 3 trillion naira revenue. Reinvests, I beg your pardon, in 1.6 trillion in network. Those are the stories you can find on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. All right, so let's go into the deep analysis on Perspective Unlimited this morning. There's a large caption here on the Vanguard newspaper saying outrage greets EFCC's freezing of Osun government's accounts. I suppose that is one of the biggest stories this morning. And I read from the Vanguard ahead of the governorship election in Osun State, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has allegedly frozen the account of the state government domiciled with a particular bank in Nigeria. The development, however, elicited angry reactions as Governor Ademola Adeleke, the Accord Party, African Democratic Congress, and ADC legal petitioners faulted the move. The governor also said he has instructed the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice to challenge the action in court. The EFCC had, in a letter signed by its representative and dated August 5, 2026, addressed to the bank, requested that the bank should place no post, no debits to the account. This story actually broke, was it yesterday? Sometime yesterday afternoon. And it got a lot of people talking immediately. I mean, election is just in about 9 to 10 days. And but a lot of people would want to ask, why is the Osun State government so angry? Because the account that was blocked is the Osun State account. It is not Adeleke's personal account. It is the Osun State account. So are they expected to, be taking money out of the Osun State account to fund the election? Why is everybody saying that it is to weaken opposition, to weaken? I mean, it is the Osun State account, not the personal account. What's your take on this, Mr. Alalekon?
Thank you very much, Chief, and it's nice to be here again. Everything about it is wrong. Each and everything about it is wrong. To start with, I would like to start with my opinion, which is that, in my opinion, the EFCC has become a terrorist organization. And I'll say why I said that.
Mm-hmm.
If you do anything outside of the law, it becomes an act of illegality.
Mm.
When you now use the instrumentality of power and law to do what you're not expected to do, then you have become a terrorist. What does the law say? The law says expressly that the EFCC does not have the right whatsoever to freeze your personal account as Mr. Kunle Olowu, not to talk of a subnational entity like a state government. They have no power whatsoever to do that. And they have tried this in the past, and it got to not even the High Court, the Court of Appeal. And at every point where they tried it in the past, not dealing with state governments here, even private individuals, the courts have expressly stated in clear terms that the EFCC does not have the power to do this. This is not just an ordinary account belonging to the state government. It is the account by which they collect their share of what's being distributed at the end of every month. This is the FAC account for Osun State. Beyond being the FAC account for Osun State, it is the salary account for Osun State workers. An election is just a couple of days from today, and you are freezing that account. When I heard it, and I was like, everybody at the EFCC right now is stupid, because what they just did is classic terrorism. Let's now leave that aside. Let's listen to them. They said something yesterday that, I mean, when I listened to it, I was like, is there no lawyer in the building? Do they have any lawyer whatsoever working in the EFCC? They said that they have been tracking some sort of funds called Ecological Fund since March of this year. That 11 billion naira has been taken out of the account of Osun State government in the name of Ecological Fund and stuff like that. Yes, there is provision for ecological funds. Yes, governors have mismanaged ecological funds over the years, over the decades. What should you do as EFCC? I mean, should you notice something like that? You call them, you interrogate them. After interrogating them, should they be found wanting? I mean, should their should the explanation not be clear to you? Then what you do at that particular point is to institute a case against them, stating that the government of Osun State has been using money belonging to the people of Osun State wrongly. But you didn't do that. Rather, you made yourself the prosecutor and the adjudicator, when the law clearly states that you cannot be the prosecutor and the adjudicator at the same time. If you feel like there is enough action and enough reason to prosecute a case, take that matter to court, not that you now hold the knife and yam at the same time. Now let's look at it from the past. They had a gubernatorial election in Edo State then. All sorts of terrible things happened between the government of Edo State and the federal agencies then. Intimidation left, right, and center. But they did an election within a very short time in Ondo State. I should say that Edo then was a PDP state, and all federal agencies didn't allow Edo State government to rest. When they wanted to hold an election in Edo State, being an APC state, there was no drama, there was no rancor. Now we want to have an election in Osun State, an Accord Party state, and there is this level of madness, something that not even Obasanjo, as terrible as he is when it comes to democratic credentials, didn't do. When he tried something like this, it was because there was an issue, well, in his own opinion, believing that the Lagos state government was wrong to have created local governments, which the court eventually said that, yes, they were wrong to have created local governments on their own, but you were equally wrong to have frozen their accounts. But right now, the Osun State government is not creating any local government. There is no justification whatsoever for what the EFCC has done. The only thing that any sane human being will tell you is responsible for all of this is intimidation. They want the government to be short of funds. They don't want them to have peace of mind. And what they are doing is that they are actually doing free advert for Adeleke. Because Nigerians do not like oppression. And this is clear oppression. At the end of the day, more people, in fact, a lot of people who didn't even want to come out on that day to vote for Ademola Adeleke will now say, no, I do not stand for injustice.
Yeah, but
I'm going to go out to do what is right.
Yes, but with all of that being said, intimidation, election in a few days, maybe to make Ademola more popular. Yes, let us say all of that is in the corner. But what a lot of people are still thinking is that, what is the connection between freezing the Osun State account and the coming election? Now, let me break it down to my understanding of what the people are asking. It is that the account, like you said, is where the FAC money comes into.
Okay.
And basically that means that is the account the Osun State government used to run the state, basically pay salaries, award contracts,
allowances and stuff,
allowances and
everything that
everything.
has to do with
but
finances.
it has nothing to do with the money they should use to run the election.
Absolutely.
Now, the money they should use to run the election should be in the accounts of the party
and
or
the
the individual.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And there is no story now about the party's account or the individual's accounts being frozen. So what is the intimidation coming to the election to that?
Thank you. The law in Nigeria says that you must pay people within a 30-day cycle. I can decide to say I want to pay my staff on the 7th. It's still within the law. Now, should the Osun State government not be able to pay salaries, do you think workers are going to be happy with them? Should the Osun State not be able to fund existing projects? I mean, politicians have their tricks. They may say that, okay, I'm in power, I've been running some contracts, some projects, and I would want to commission them a couple of days before election. Now you cannot give final balance to contractors. How do you do that? It's not against the law. I don't like that type of politics, but it's not against the law. Now they cannot pay contractors. They cannot pay pensioners. They cannot pay civil servants. They cannot pay anybody. That is wrong. And you said something that, what is the direct correlation? There is no direct correlation directly, but there is indirect correlation because it's the state government running the affairs of the state. You cannot pause the activities of the state for any reason whatsoever. You can have issues with individuals running the state, but that doesn't mean that the state must suffer. Now, innocent people who are not even political in Osun State are going to suffer for it. Allowances are going left, right, and center. There are people who are collecting their what's it called?
Maybe daily stipend or whatever it
gratuity, pensions, and that. I mean, you can pay gratuity at any point in time. It doesn't have to be end of the month.
But you said that
right now they cannot pay a penny.
Yeah, but you said now that you don't have the right to stop the activities of a state.
Yes.
Yeah, and you did mention too when you were talking earlier that Obasanjo did it to Lagos State government.
They are not totally the same. They are not
was
totally
it not?
the same.
It was the state account that was frozen. Money was not even sent into the account for months.
Not money belonging to the state. They did not even freeze Lagos State government account.
So Lagos State government was still able to fund themselves with their own money.
Chief, wait. They didn't freeze Lagos State government account then. What they did was that Obasanjo just said that the government of Lagos State as of then was wrong to have created some local governments. And Obasanjo just said that you can't be using money for 20 local governments to run 57 local governments that you have created for yourself. So for that reason, I will not be sending money belonging to local government to Lagos State. Not money belonging to Lagos State. Money belonging to the state government of Lagos was still coming to the state government of Lagos. Money coming to local government was what was frozen. But now this is hardcore terrorism being done against the people of Osun State and lovers of democracy across the country.
All right, so let us leave it at that. We will come back to this same story after our quick commercial break, but we have to quickly go and pay some bills now. And when we come back, we will still be talking about Ademola Adeleke and the EFCC saga, especially as regarding freezing the Osun State accounts. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
FM, your preferred wholesome radio. Thinking of an all-in-one digital platform that fits your lifestyle and makes everyday payments simple, reliable, and fast?
Oh, wow. Yes, please.
Allow me introduce you to BillStation, your one-stop digital payment solution for individuals and businesses. Built to simplify payments and services for millions across Africa. With BillStation, you can buy cheap airtime and data, pay electricity bills, send money instantly, make online payments, and book flights and hotels. Enjoy our overseas airport pickup services, interstate bus ticket sales, and event tickets. All on BillStation. Fast, simple, reliable.
Wow, that's amazing.
Visit www.thebillstation.com. Download the BillStation app on the Apple App Store or Android Google Play and get welcome bonuses when you sign up. Enjoy fast customer support and a seamless user experience every time. Get in touch with us today.
Email thebillstation175@gmail.com or sales@thebillstation.com.
WhatsApp 091 6858 1914. Bill Station. Your world, your money, one station.
Hello, Miss Flora. Finally, this holiday is here. But honestly, I don't know what to do with my children.
Why? Aren't you excited that you're on break?
Excited? One talks from morning till evening without control, and the other one can barely introduce himself. I'm worried about both of them.
Now you see the work that we teachers put in. But then, I have a perfect solution for you. Why not enroll them into the Wales Radio Media Academy Summer School 2026?
Media Academy for children?
Absolutely. They'll learn public speaking, broadcasting, confidence, communication, and so much more. Matter of fact, I'm enrolling too. I want to sharpen my public speaking skills before the new school term.
Really? Then we are definitely coming.
This holiday, turn potential into purpose at Wales Radio Media Academy Summer School 2026 from 12th August to 18th September. Enjoy 6 weeks of practical media training, studio sessions, and mentorship from experienced trainers. Open to senior secondary school students, teachers, parents, and busy professionals. So whether you're building confidence, improving communication, or turning your voice into a career, this is your opportunity. For further inquiries or to register, call or WhatsApp 0814-694-6928, 0814-694-6928. Don't let the holiday go to waste. Enroll today at the Wales Radio Media Academy Summer School 2026. Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, welcome back to the second half of Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. I am Kunle Olowu, and in the studio with me is still Olalekan Sani, who is our analyst this morning. Before we went on that quick commercial break, we were talking about the Osun State SAG and the EFCC freezing the account of Osun State, and Adeleke and other people saying that this is absolutely wrong. And of course, Mr. Sani also stand the same point, and we are going to be getting more reasons why he thinks the EFCC is wrong to have done so. Of course, you can also be a part of the show by calling into the studio on these numbers. The first number you can call is 091-6893-1000. I'll take that number again. 091-6893-1000. You can also call 091-5333-4893. 091-5333-4893. You can also call 0911-3333-893. 0911-3333-893. Now back to the story and looking at the legal side of it. According to Punch, we also hear that the NB has actually faulted the EFCC for freezing the Osun State accounts. And I read it from the Punch now that the Nigerian Bar Association has faulted the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission over the reported freezing of Osun State government bank accounts, saying the anti-graft agency lacks the constitutional power to impose a blanket restriction on the state's finances without due legal process. Now, the EFCC on Wednesday directed that no money be withdrawn from the Osun State government statutory account as part of ongoing investigation. Now, you have actually mentioned this before, but now with the EFCC insisting that the action is part of an ongoing investigation, how do you think the anti-grafts, the corruption agency, how do you think they can actually balance this with respect to constitutional safeguards?
There is no common sense in what they are doing, and there is no way for them to balance this.
It can't be balanced.
It can't be balanced. You can't balance madness. This is a clear display of madness, and there is no way to balance madness. I have a hunch, not proven, just a hunch, that they must have approached a number of judges to grant them that order freezing the account of Osun State government, and they said, no, I can't do this. Because in all seriousness, I am thinking from every corner of my head as regards why the EFCC will wake up one day to say that they want to freeze the account. And let's not be mistaken here. A couple of days ago, maybe 2 or 3 days ago, I think 2 days ago, the government of Osun State spoke out very clearly that the EFCC was contemplating freezing its account, and I was like, that's not possible, you're taking it too far. I even thought at that point that Demola was playing politics, there is positive, there's negative politics. I thought it was going too far trying to
gather public sentiment.
Something like that, maybe preempt them from doing other things they want to do against them. I was just like, it's not possible for the EFCC to be that daft and foolish. Only for them to prove to us, the day after, which was yesterday, that they are indeed very, very foolish and, anti-Nigerian in every way. It is wrong.
Let us quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Thank you. Study from Malakia.
From Malakia, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. So, as the Osun election approaches, the people should not allow fear and intimidation to stop them from choosing their leader. Our strength is in our vote. Democracy belongs to the people, and the people should stand firm, come out peacefully, and vote for the future they want for Osun. And the security agencies and election officers must remain fair, professional, and follow the law so everyone can vote freely and safely. I just hope the will of the people prevail on that day, because you can't continue like this on every election. Because everything be violent. Good morning.
Thank you very much and good morning. Yes, so...
that is it. It is totally wrong. You cannot justify evil in any way. They do not have the power to do what they have done.
Let's really take this call again. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? Hello? Aderonke, okay, you have the floor.
Yeah, our EFCC is given a share account. After it's a share account that they fix, but you cannot put the people's vote. As I want the people that they should vote wisely, they should know their function, they should not sell their vote. So no matter the intimidation that they are giving the government people, I'm sorry that victory will be easy at last. Because to me, I don't see any reason why EFCC will seize their account, because it's getting too much. Just because of positive power. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution. So I would even like to look at it in this other aspect. I know that a lot of people might be thinking about it. You've mentioned that it might actually cause people to, it might cause sentiment votes. Do you think that this is actually really a thing? But before you answer, let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning. Good morning, Wells FM.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
I am Ayo, calling from Apata.
Ayo from Apata. You have the floor, sir.
There is no way you can rationalize the action of EFCC. It's like legalizing something that is illegal. No court anywhere in the world would give judgment to them or give the order to them. This is it's unwise and it's wicked. I'm sorry, I have no positive sentiment towards Adeleke, especially for his dancing style. I don't respect it. But the will of the people at one time was broken.
Yeah.
You cannot keep it because you think your party is not coming up. It's an aberration. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aya from Akpata. So, like I was saying, sometimes politics, they say, is a very tricky game. And a lot of people are saying now that there might be sympathy voting. What if this was actually the plan from the onset? But before you answer that, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Mr. Salami.
My name is Salam. I'm calling from Awoton.
Mr. Salami from Awoton. You have the floor, sir.
Honorable Sonny Lekon, good morning, sir.
Okay, good morning, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Yes,
Is it for me on EFCC and Osun movement? For me, I don't even know where we are going to see an end to era of the abuse of office in this country. No matter what any explanation the AFCC can put forward, it does not kind of justify praising the account of a state government at this time, especially without obtaining court order. Why was similar thing not done in Ekiti, controlled by APC? Why was similar thing not done in elsewhere? Why must it be in this time around when an opposition party seems to be the incumbent and the kind of probably maybe the leading candidate, and they're not talking of suspicious transfers? I mean, come on. We all know what is happening. But you see, one thing people should know is that when we keep fighting or harassing a popular candidate, you are in a way inadvertently popularizing that candidate more. Also, you are drawing public sympathy more to his side. And that is one thing our people should realize in this country. I'm sure probably because Tinubu did not even send them. Probably is not even aware of this. So maybe some people that are close to the president are the ones kind of, instigating all this. Well, the only is on Notion people to decide who they want. But I'm sure by the grace of God, the will of people will prefer. Thank you. Good morning.
Amen. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Let me say something quickly. If the president is not aware of this and is not in support of this, the president is not deaf. He must have heard about it. Like everybody is screaming. So if truly is not in the know, he should have cautioned to the EFCC chair that he appointed to do the right thing.
Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, sir.
My name is George. I'm calling you from Olowu.
Mr. George from Olowu, you have the floor, sir.
Yeah, we should not start now defending anybody for any wrong that is committed. You can see, for a president, every eye in Nigeria today is on Osun. And this type of thing is happening. And somebody would just say, maybe the president is not aware. Where is he? Is he not in Nigeria? Why must everything be with force and wrongdoing? Elections coming up in the state within 8 or 10 days from now, and you are bringing this type of thing in. And we are all campaigning, praying for a free and fair election. APC should stop this thing. It could take them anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. So we also have another caller here. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
John Okorafo. Good morning.
Good
morning, sir.
Yeah. Closing of Osun State accounts. Did you know that did you know that one alone can make the APC to lose the election? If the people really think well. That one alone, APC has lost it. Because it shows its wickedness. You are hurting the people that you want to govern. But I don't know the reason for all this politics of bitterness. You are just hurting your own self. You know, they are thinking that they are hurting others. No, they are hurting themselves. My brother, good morning.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. Okay, so back to this issue now. I was asking you that, do you think that maybe this is actually the plan from the inception, that to draw sympathy voting, for the Osun State people?
Thank you very much. If something is happening, the very first thing you need to look at is who is going to benefit from what's happening. Right now, the federal government is doing exactly the opposite of what they should be doing. And should they continue on this particular path and people begin to have sentiments for Demola Adeleke, they are going to vote for him, someone who belongs to their cult party and not the, the APC. The president is an APC man. The people he appointed, I believe, have allegiance towards the APC. They are not acting like they have allegiance for Nigeria. They appear to me to have allegiance for the APC, and they would not want to do something that's going to directly benefit any other party apart from the APC. It only tells you how terribly clueless, daft, and brain dead these people are. Because in all seriousness, anybody with a functional brain would know that what they are doing is not going to benefit them. But in their own opinion, they believe it's going to benefit them. It tells you that the country is in the hands of very dangerous people. Dangerous not because they are carrying guns and killing people, but because they cannot think straight. And you cannot put the affairs of a country in the hands of people who cannot think straight.
Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning, gentlemen in the house.
Good morning, sir.
This is Benjamin Ufele calling from Olowu.
Benjamin from Olowu. You have the floor, sir.
Yes. Yes. What is happening at Osun is very clear as daylight. They just want to fight fist the governor. They don't want to give him any chance. That is exactly what happened. What is the concern of EFCC? That somebody that is still in government. And again, that this type of thing happened during the election of this present governor. When the government then started the renewal of our currency. You see, so there is not how you can separate money politics in Nigeria. It's like money politics in Nigeria is like 5 and 6. So good morning. Well done.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. I don't want us to dwell too much on this. I want to really touch on something else very quickly before we end the program this morning. And there is also this story that came out some days ago about the president reviewing the salary structure of the military. And a lot of people thought that was actually a very good move. But on the news this morning, we are seeing that there has been mixed reaction, especially as reported on Punch newspaper. And the report says President Bola Tinubu's approval of a new salary package for members of the Nigerian Army has drawn mixed reaction from opposition parties. While some commended the move as a long overdue investment in national security, others questioned the president's motives, describing the timing as politically convenient. Now, the parties gave their reaction in separate exclusive interviews with Punch newspaper in Abuja, while the Social Democratic Party and the new Nigerian People's Party welcomed the party increase as a necessary step towards improving troops' welfare and strengthening the country's security architecture. The Labour Party and the Obedient Movement expressed a reservation, arguing that the decision should be viewed against the backdrop of the administration's political record. Now, everybody has been talking about insecurity in Nigeria and what it has been. One of the things a lot of people have talked about is that the officers are not motivated, they are not well equipped, and that they don't have, they are not receiving enough compared to the danger they will be facing. Now, the president has actually increased the salaries and we are still having mixed reaction. How would you respond to this? Before you do that, let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning. I Chief Kunle Olowu.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
Well done, sir. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, I would not want us to politicize the issue, talking about what the other party are saying concerning the raise in the salary of the armed forces. I think the president has made a good move. Let me give an example. If I have like 2 or 3 members of family who are in the army and who are joyous to have a raise in their salary, at least it will be a testimony to the family. So I think we should not politicize it. And those guys, they are putting their life down just for us to have the life. We have so many of them that have been in the forest or in the bush fighting against the insurgents for more than a year, 2 to 3 years, without having an outlet of leave from work, and we are giving them a stipend. So I think it's a good move by Mr. President. And lastly, on the issue of Osun State, where it is an assault. What the FCC did is an assault on democracy. And Nigeria, we are not that. We are looking keenly at what is happening. See, I wish that EFCC chairman would have rejected that offer when I don't want to mention him, when whoever that gave him the order to go and freeze and let me tell you this, Adeleke has people that can fund the election for him. The video alone and his friends and his colleagues, they can bring down money to fund the election without looking at the state money that the FCC has frozen. But be that to see, we keep our fingers crossed and see what we will vote after the election.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. Thank you very much for your contribution. All right, so let's quickly talk about the salary structure.
Yes, guys. I read in the dailies where some people ex-serving, were questioning the truth as regards paying 100,000 naira. They said they had been receiving 100,000 naira for some time now. I read in the news where some people were questioning the truth behind that. Now they have set 250. I will not criticize that move. I'm not a fan of the president, but
When you think something is right, is right.
If anything at all, what I would say is that 250K is too small, way too small for what those guys are doing. If you can improve it, if you can improve on that 250K, do it. But saying politics, no. That, 2027 election, are the soldiers the ones to vote? No. No soldiers ever come to me to ask me not to vote. They are no born in Papa well. So what is my business with a soldier carrying a gun, wearing a uniform that the federal government used my own money to buy for him or what? No, nobody can intimidate me. So let no politician be intimidated about that. Go out, do your thing, vote, and go back home. So let's remove politics from what's on the ground.
Do you think this this gesture should be extended to the Nigerian police as well?
Of course, civil defense, everybody. These guys are doing fantastic jobs. Even teachers, medical workers, firefighters. 70,000. Is that money for kulikuli or ekpa? No, it's not making sense.
Let us quickly take this call before we round up the show. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello.
Yes, please make it very, very quick. Make it very quick. We are out of time.
Mary, I'm calling from.
Okay, Miriam, you have the floor.
Regarding Russian election, I believe we have all what has been going on in the state for some days now, and including the EFCC saga. But I will only call on the people of Ocean State not to be distracted, because to me, this is a form of distraction. They are only trying to make the people lose interest in coming out to vote on the election day. So I only urge them to cast their votes on the election day. They should vote for continuity of good governance. So I urge them not to be distracted. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
Like I was saying, I have 2 things to say as regards the military. Increase it further. And not just military guys, everybody.
All of them.
That's number 1. Number 2 is that, are we even sure that 250 is going to be real? They said it's going to start from, what's it called?
1st of September.
The federal government has said a lot of nonsense as regards salary. May 1, they said they will increase salary across the board 40%. 2 or 3 days after, they said, no, we didn't say that. I have it on record. The head of service said that, only for her to deny saying such. If
the head of service has denied a whole lot recently.
For me, it's not about whether 250K is to motivate them to work for a particular party or not. No, it's about
to protect more. Nigeria.
Number 1 is about, are we even sure that they are even collecting 100K right now? Not talk of 250K. These are where I have issues. I want the federal government to come up with pay slips of private. It's actually a rank in the that's the lowest you can. What is the pay? What is the? Show us their pay slips. You may blur their name, you may blur their
let us see that that's what they actually.
But let's see that truly and verily they are going in with 250K at the end of the month, even 100K as of now. That's what I want to see.
All right, thank you very much. We are really out of time now, and we have to wrap up the show at the moment. Thank you very much, Mr. Olowu Concerning, for being part of the show. I would like to say a big thank you for everybody who has been a part of the show too. Perspective Unlimited takes place on Wells Radio 89.3 FM every Mondays to Fridays between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m. Join us tomorrow for another edition. Till then, I'll say thank you for being a part of the show. Good morning and God bless you.